feel like the audio's been really weird lately. Again. Everyone has been telling me the audio's fine, and then if I watch the video back, it's like really pitchy. Like really pitchy. Also, I realize why we don't use Google Meets and we use Zoom, because the delay in Google Meets is really awkward.
Oh, did you? Oh, we could have used Zoom if you wanted.
It's all right. I just totally forgot anyway, so it's
yeah, fine. I apologise if you can hear my noisy laptop. It doesn't seem to like Google Meets very much.
I know. Maybe we should we can switch in midstream. It doesn't matter.
I don't mind. I don't know how to set Zoom up. I haven't never done it before.
I'll do it in the background while we do this. How about that?
Hello, everybody.
Yeah, hi everyone. We're sorting out our video as usual and audio. Oh boy. How's everybody doing today? I can't see anything because I'm opening up another window, but host a meeting with video.
We can see your screen.
You can see my screen?
Yeah.
Oh, that's okay. Is that weird? Sorry if it is, but...
No, it's fine. I just in case you don't want people to see your screen, just better warn you.
No, let's see. You know, I love that everybody gets to watch, like, what I'm doing. Awkwardly. Copy invite link. Okay. We got that. Now... we're gonna have to do this. Go back to Instagram. And I'm putting the link in your Instagram. Wait, did it not do it? Oh, for Pete's sake. Ay, ay, ay. Oh, wow. Yes. We already did that. Invite. Copy invite link. Yes, we know. There we go. Okay. I love everybody seeing all that stupid dorky. What a goober. Also, it's pretty funny that we're just doing this. Like why didn't we just, like, whatever. It doesn't matter.
Right, okay. We better cancel the other call because I've got an echo.
There it is. Oh, we're stacked. Weird. How do we change that? Oh, Aaron. Oh, Aaron. I don't think we can.
Because my laptop is instantly just calmed. It obviously does not like Google Meet.
Why are we not having video? Where did the video go?
We're still looking at your web browser.
I know, I don't know why.
Hi, Roland. We are having technical issues.
Well, we're just trying to get better. Can you see that?
All I can see is Zoom launch meeting.
Still?
Oh, no, hang on. Now it's your background.
All right, guys, we're figuring this out. We're still here. I hope they can hear us. Maybe. Yeah, I think they probably can.
Can you hear us okay?
Discord video. You should. Nope.
Yep, I think they can hear us okay.
I don't know what to do. Yeah, it's not. There it is. Ha! Sweet!
Hey!
It's just gonna look weird, that's all. We're gonna have to like resize everything. It's okay. Yay! We did it.
When you did it,
Sorta.
I'm sat here watching.
We'll just. I like we went from 5 viewers to 2 because I can't figure my shit out. Oh well.
Oh, there we go.
Whatever. Yep. Okay, we're here. We're
Put
tiny,
the
but we're
logo, our
here.
logo on my forehead.
I know. I'm gonna move it. We're gonna move it. It's kind of funny that I can do all this live. I kind of always cracks me up a little bit. There. Wait, nope. Son of a. Got too much stuff. There.
Yay!
Small walk to get your neck out straight. Oh, paint neck. Oh, you gotta stretch. You gotta do the stretch. Tell me how the audio is, guys. Please.
It's a bit warm.
That's what Amy was saying. It's like, I guess, 80s, your 80s.
Yeah, about that.
Or she is, anyways. We're both good. Excellent. There's a weird slight delay with this one, but it's not quite as bad. Okay. And your computer likes it more, so.
Yes, my computer's quiet.
Can't hear the music, though. There is no music. Last time on my last stream, everyone was like, no, the music is quiet. And then I looked and half the whole stream was muted because they could, which is fine.
Well, I can stick some YouTube free stuff on.
Sure, yeah.
YouTube has loads of copyright free stuff, so.
How's everybody doing today? Now that we're actually here and present. I am about to I made this little thing to put some pool. So I'm gonna pour my resin, I guess, now, and I'm nervous. I don't like. See, that's the thing. I don't want to have anything. I don't like music that I don't know. I don't want no copyright music. It's not. It doesn't appeal to me. It makes me feel like I'm in an elevator or something.
Oh, it's not too bad.
I meant for myself. You're good with playing it, but that's why I never do it. I'm like, I'd rather, yeah, no. I'm replying to Doom in the chat.
All right.
Yeah, you're good, Lisa.
Well, there may be some adverts.
Whatever.
All right. Skip ads.
It's definitely not level, so that's weird. It's gonna be high in one spot. I did it. Let's hope that it works. There's no directions on the bottle.
That's not too loud, is it? No.
Crystalline self-leveling liquid for modeling. Okay, now I have to sketchy, like, move it. Didn't think that through. It's, like, right at the edge. Okay. Oh.
I think we've had this conversation before, but why is it I can always do paint left eyes okay? Is that
What?
Can you hear me okay?
Yeah.
Oh. You can always paint left eyes okay, but you can't paint the right eye.
I don't know what that's about. Well, it's because we're right-handed. I bet we'd it'd be the opposite if we were. I'm curious if left-handers say that about the other way. I bet they do. I bet they do. Okay, I hope that cures well. It'll be very unfortunate if it
You're right.
doesn't. It's kind of the last step, I think, for that diorama. Thank goodness, I want to be done. All right. It's weird being stacked. I don't like it. Oh well. So I had visions of how I was gonna paint. So I have this, this voodoo chick.
Oh, wow.
She's just primed white with a black wash to pick out details, but I think
She looks good.
I'm gonna leave her like this and then just do a couple accent colors, like just to do something different.
Yeah.
Like maybe just red.
Yeah.
She's so. But then I'm like, am I doing justice to a really, really busy, detailed model? I don't know. I don't know. If you look up like voodoo chicks, is that a printed model? Yeah, that's mostly what I paint is 3D printed. She's amazing. And the best thing about that is she came in one piece. This would have been a nasty build if it had been otherwise. But yeah, when I look up like voodoo chicks, the main color schemes actually seem to be like red, black, and white.
Okay.
Which I like that scheme, so. Yes. Patreon? No. No, I just order stuff off Etsy usually. I don't Patreon anything except for a couple because I don't have a 3D printer, so. I do Artisan Guild because I want to be able to have people print them for me and because he's my favorite, but otherwise. Oh yeah, and that's not true. Also Yasashi. I do his too, but it's $1. I think everybody should. $1.
That's better. Sorry, trying to paint eyes.
Oh no, you're good.
Treasure carefully.
Yeah, I wouldn't. I can't take up a 3D printer hobby also.
No.
Really can't. Oh, fuck, I need to remember to do this shit. So, you think boiling water works on resin too? Straightening it out? Probably.
Not boiling. I usually just use warm water, so.
Okay. Yeah, this chick I'm supposed to paint for that company's here, Swords, like, it's not really bent, but it is enough.
No, that'll soon bend out, yeah. And I think what you do, you warm it up so it's nice and soft so you can bend it back and then put it straight under cold water so it should fix it.
Well, I do that with, I've had to do that a gazillion times with Reaper minis, but I just hadn't done it with resin before, so.
Yeah, I know you said, you can do print on demand, but it's just kind of like, I don't know. I think what would stress me out most is trying to store the data for the STL files because they're not little.
No, and I hear it seems like most people that have a 3D printer are like their computer's full of them because you just can't help but save everything, and then
No, exactly.
Yeah, I don't think that's for me. I get stressed out, and y'all saw me trying to start this Twitch stream. That's about the extent of my abilities on a computer. So I'm good with just painting and paying people monies for prints.
Yeah. I'd rather support a little business.
Yeah, exactly. Man, she's a cool model. But so is this Artisan Guild vampire. So, which I think I might paint her again.
You get the Amazon lady off your other people.
No, I don't even remember honestly where I got her from. I could look obviously, but she just, the recommendations like on Etsy. It's just as bad as it's like YouTube black hole, like rabbit hole, like. you know.
Yeah, I got a bit worried about my Etsy recommendations because you looked at these. I had some really weird minis. It's kind of like, no, I don't want them.
No,
thank
no.
you.
Yeah, totally. It's like crap. Now I have to have you. The good resins are.
Oh no, these were really dodgy ones. I was like, no.
Yeah, like this flexible.
Ah, is that your new ones?
Yeah, the ones that came pre the ones I got before. I got the ones from Lance. Yeah, no, I know all about this stuff. I've got enough 3D printer friends. I just, again, not keen on. Yep. Yeah, my friend Chris, Shadow Wave Miniatures, his whole thing was, he actually has videos on his page of him throwing minis against the wall, like throwing them and then being fine. So
that's the thing, isn't it? It's not only trying to, I don't know, it's just there's so much involvement if you want to print minis. It's like finding the resins you like. It's making sure you're printing.
Well, and people that do it professionally still have a shit ton of issues. Like Lance has.
Yeah, no, I saw his post. It's kind of like, I was like, oh.
He showed me when I was there last night. I always want to go check out his printing and all the fucking fail. I was like, oh God, how stressful. And he knows what he's doing.
Yeah. So, no, thank you.
Yeah, no, thank you, exactly. I see, that's the thing, Scud Fisher, I would be the same way. I already have more than I can handle, and
Yeah, I'm more than capable of buying stuff.
Yeah.
More than I need without printing it as well.
Oh, and my Grogu's.
Oh, yeah. You're going to have, like, just...
He's big.
Yeah. Probably the biggest thing you've done, isn't it, I think?
He will be, yeah, I think so. Well, because you think of, like, a big dragon isn't... It's big and, like, it takes up a lot of space, but there's not as much actual area on them as he's solid.
Yeah.
And I didn't put his, like, because he should be holding his cube. This is the size of his cube that he holds. It's pretty big, right? It's solid because there's no, anyways. I didn't have him holding it in the photo because I thought, oh, I'm going to have to, like, figure out a way to glue it. And then I saw later that there's actually, like, a weird thing that slides into him that actually holds it on. So.
Oh, okay, that's handy.
Yeah. Like, it's a really thought out sculpt, I guess. More dog stuff. I haven't had... Wait. I just missed a whole lot. Most future. See, but no, they're not all good. That's the thing that we were talking about. Our friend Lance, his issue is that he keeps printing something that's pre-supported and it's failing on 3 different kinds of printers. So it's definitely the supports. He prefers to do his own, so that's not even necessarily... Just because they're supported doesn't mean they're done well.
No. No, because often you'll find the supports. It's like my friend who printed some of my stuff off. He said sometimes the supports can actually get in the way of the mini, and you end up it will cause stuff to fail because they're all completely in the way. But he knows how to like get rid of the supports and do his own. You know, he said even Luke Studios, their supports are pretty crap, so he always knows to redo his own. How the hell do you do sports? It's like, I won't have a clue.
What I know. See, that's something I wouldn't even want to get into figuring out.
No.
Yeah, this was it's an arch villain games that's failing on him again and again and again.
Okay.
And it's not a small print either. That's what sucks. It's like huge. It's fucking huge.
Is it one of the new dinosaurs?
It must be. Somebody is having him do the entire set.
Bloody hell.
Yeah.
Yeah, ouch.
I know. Some super cool biker chick, too, like, kept failing. So he's like, You all he has all these fails of like a motorcycle like this big, like pretty big, really freaking detailed, but then with just the chick's legs, and then it fails, so there's like no top of her body. It's really funny. I don't really think support okay, here, how am I trying to say this? Support removal and having it leave lines or not, I think is 100% the resin, not where the supports are, because that shouldn't matter if it either breaks clean or it doesn't, like, from what I've noticed. And I know because I've had so many different people printing me Artisan Guild with the same supports, obviously, because they're pre-supported. And this chick has like 2 spots with a support mark, and the ones I cleaned up last night are freaking covered.
Oh, God.
So that's obviously a resin thing.
Yeah.
You know, we've gotten spoiled and have painted a lot of these 32 mil models because that's how they come, like the Artisan Guild, the RNS Studios and stuff, RNE Studio.
Yeah.
So my PC for D&D, she's 32, and then everybody else's on the table is 28, and she just looks giant, and it makes me sad because she's like not giant. She's not giant. She's an elf. She's a short elf.
Yeah. Yeah, that's what I realised, that those circus tieflings I've been painting, they're 28 mil. No wonder they're so freaking tiny.
Mm-hmm.
I'm used to, as you say, you're used to painting at 32 mil. I'm surprised the amount of difference it makes.
God, it is. It's huge difference when you're talking tiny, tiny stuff. It's like 6 inches to a foot, on a humanoid mini, really. Like, it's quite a bit of difference. But I do prefer the 32, because, you can do more detail and stuff. Wait, oh, hello, Mike. How's it going?
Hello. Hi, Mike.
I'm just sad that she looks so big, and I wish I had made her smaller. Maybe I'll just have to paint Ayla for the 5th time and paint her small. It's kind of funny, the campaign that we're playing, we finally started our actual campaign, and it's Tyranny, or it's 2 campaigns in one. And I've unfortunately played through half or more of the first one, so we were playing a module I've played before last night, and it was really hard not to metagame. Like, knowing exactly what's happening it was weird, very strange. It's the only one I've ever played too, ironically. There's like so many modules, and I've only ever done homebrew. It's like ironic that out of all of them, I'm doing the same one again. Dragons. Yeah, that's why I painted those little baby dragons for Lance. It was for that. What are they called? Drakes, I guess. So the first time I painted this model, I painted her skin red. Now we're gonna go back to the scheme of the rest of my vampires.
Oh, you're working on your vampire lady.
Yeah, and for some reason I don't have her on a handle. That's weird and new.
Okay.
I know, I'm like, why am I holding her? What are you doing, Erin? I added more to this thing.
Oh, it looks good.
Getting there. I'm gonna put a door, which I completely made one, and then I really fucked it up, so to the point where I just had to throw it away. So I'm like, I'm just gonna set you aside while I'm annoyed and then come back to it.
Usually best.
Thank you. It's weird how it's not all what I envisioned originally, but it's coming together anyways. First experience with sci-fi stuff is...
Oh, yeah. Spare me a second, I don't know if the cats are up to something.
Tomorrow, I think I'm deciding when I'm going to England.
Yes, he was. He was hanging off the top sash window.
Oh my.
Yes, I'm trying to get out the window.
Despite being 1 year old, yes, they're still kittens, sort of, at that age.
Yes, turds.
They're just like smarter kittens, which is somehow is worse. But they're good. I love that their birthday is right next to yours.
Yeah.
Very cute.
That's meant to be.
Yeah. I don't know my girls' birthdays. They're all guesstimated.
Yeah, I don't know my older boy's one.
Thank you, me too. Oh, wow, we just got like a... Is it delayed again? God, that's weird. Very distracting. Just don't look at the camera, Aaron. I know, I've been talking about it for a year, huh? Or at least.
Yep.
And hopefully we can work it out with your schedule, Lisa.
Yeah.
It's kind of a priority for me, so I will be flexible for you.
Okay, thank you.
Well, I mean, duh. You're one of the main reasons I'm coming, so... I mean... And I remembered that...
It's just, as I said, unfortunate. It's like everybody else, I kind of like started halfway through the year and everybody else is like, oh, but my holiday is kind of like, oh, okay, where can I take some time, please? Like,
yeah, that's...
squeeze in between everybody else.
Yeah, that sucks. Are you able to take like a day off here or there, like a long weekend kind of scenario?
Well, as I said, I mean, I've got the that first week in September off. So, but I can probably take some time off in October. But as I said, it's only the beginning of the month that I can take time off.
So, what we're looking at is two last weeks of September, and then like going into the first week of October.
Yeah.
The reason I can't go later, in theory, well, it's not that I can't, but Ryan, my friend Ryan, he lives only less than a mile away, so him watching my cats is super convenient. But he is moving in October 1st, so that long, I want somebody that can really actually like hang out on a regular basis with them. So it's ideal to do that, but I suppose earlier in September is a thing. We'll see what Amy's schedule is like too. That's kind of what I'm waiting for. So yeah. And this is stupid. All along I've been talking about like going to the Doctor Who experience in Wales. And Amy looked it up and it's been closed for 2 years.
Oh no.
I know, how awkward. I was like, oh, that's weird. And kind of sad. Like, aw. I mean, it's fine. It just means like time for something else, but I still think it's kind of funny. I wouldn't think it would close. Like, it's freaking Doctor Who, man.
Well, yeah, true. You're more likely to find something like that in London.
That's what I would see. I always assumed it was in London, and nope. Now it's nowhere. Yep, no standing in a TARDIS for Aaron. But it means I don't have to go. We don't have to travel to Wales, so.
No, that will be a long journey. Yeah, strange place to put it in Wales.
I know why. Oh, because part of it's filmed in Cardiff, isn't it? I think it is.
I have no idea.
Yeah, pretty sure it is. Oh, I didn't comment yet because I just saw it before we went on, but your your samurai lady
Oh, right.
is
Thank
amazing.
you.
She looks beautiful.
Thank you. Yeah. Yeah, it's very odd. She's definitely not my best work, but I'm still weirdly obsessed with her.
It's
I don't know if it's because I've tried to tell more of a story with this one, maybe.
yes, that's how I feel about my pink lady with the cherry tree. Same thing. Like it's not my best paint job by far, but the whole piece together.
But then I found the perfect piece of music to go with her, and I think I sat and stared at her for hours last night. I don't know why I'm sitting here staring at it, but I'm obsessed.
Why not? I guess that's awesome to be that happy with something you made. I definitely think the base is what sells it. I mean, not that the mini wouldn't have looked good on her own, but
no,
display bases are fun.
The mini, I have to say, but no, I was pleased with her.
If you guys haven't seen yet, you should look at her Goldfinch mini on Instagram. Her latest post is awesome. By the way, people, I'm painting this lady for the second time.
Nice cheeky bum.
Very bum. Speaking of 2832, so I always... Yeah, so Artisan Guild standard is 32 mil. You can print them at 28, which a lot of companies do. But they usually ask you, right? So when I was sent a bunch of Artisan Guild by a friend when I first, like, my first set of them, and I didn't really know, and so I ordered a few more, and I got from a couple different places, and I got my Vampire Lady, and she was 28, and I was so bummed, because, like, it just looks weird that you have, like, this whole set of all these, like, and then there's one weird small one. It looks like, I don't know, it just doesn't belong, so I'm happy to be painting a bigger version. And this time I have actual blood for the blood god for her. Because she has her little goblet. Yeah.
Perfect.
Yeah. Ooh, I just got hungry. I hate that. Like, streams are like this exact time where I get hungry. I think I'd just, like, plan ahead and have my snack in here already. One would think. Is anybody else working on stuff today? Oh, so having Red Fox in the box is making dice for the Dare next month, but I've also commissioned her to make my first custom set.
Oh, lovely.
I figure it's time, as long as it's time.
Yeah, I was kind of tempted by some of her stuff because she's just recently got some sharp-edged masters, hasn't she?
Yes. They're awesome.
Yeah, I do prefer the sharp-edged ones to the rounded edge dice.
Me too, very much so. They just look sharp.
Yeah. I just think it'd be no my luck. I'd be sort of like 20 and then it rolls onto a 1 and it's like, because it's got round edge.
Yeah, I got a couple of 20s last night.
Completely logical, but
kinda. I mean, it does encourage the roll. I just think they look nicer, just crisp.
Yeah.
More finished. Yeah, and I think she might do, this time have D6s instead of the D&D set of dice, because it'll appeal to other gamers, obviously, like Warhammer people. So
yeah,
basically it'll appeal to like the Warhammer style games with the D6s, but D&D people can still be happy with a bunch of D6s. It could, in theory, especially since it's 2 of each. Well, I can't say more, but you know, yeah. Because if you, like, let's say your weapon does 2d6 damage and then you crit and you get to do 4d6, it's cooler to roll 4 dice than 2 dice twice. Unless some DMs, I don't know, I'm sure you've read this, Lisa, but Lance does it this way. If you crit, you automatically get max damage on one of the dice, because there's nothing worse than crit and rolling shitty. Like, so for example, if your regular weapon attack is 1d6 and you crit, you would technically get to roll 2d6s, but he gives you automatically 6 points for that 1d6, and then you roll the other one. Because if you think about it, critical means, like, it's a critical hit. It should kill somebody.
It should be a guaranteed hit.
Yeah. So it's depressing if you, like, roll your 2d6 and you roll 2, you're like, 2 damage.
Yeah.
That's lame. So, yeah. So I like that he does that. So. Yeah, it makes it much more epic. As it should be.
Yeah.
But
one thing I don't quite like about one of the rules in D&D, it's kind of like you need sort of like to hit is 15, but you need 16 to hit, and you was like, well, surely if you roll a 15, you should be able to hit. It's like,
well, it's AC. It has to do with AC. So if I roll a 15 to hit somebody, if I hit is 100% based on what their AC is at. So in theory, if it's just somebody with, like, no armor on, they're gonna have low AC, and that's definitely gonna hit them. But if you're attacking a paladin who's completely covered in, like, chainmail, you might not actually get through with that really good hit. So so that's what that's about. It's really depressing when you're like 21, and then they're like, nope. It misses. You're like, wow. Then you get scared as a group. You're like, oh, fuck. We're fighting somebody that we're barely going to be able to hit. And each class and weapon and all that has bonuses. So, like, when I play my ranger, she has, like, an archery feat. So when I shoot with, she gets extra on top of all my normal stuff for, like, my plus to hit. I have +2 on top of that, so it's like +7. So if I roll a 10, I automatically have a 17 to hit. So I rarely miss with her.
Yeah.
That's at higher levels, of course, but it's funny too, for all the rules you've seen, there is 100 times a night where, like, there has to be a debate, like a decision made, because for as many rules as they are, like, there's so many scenarios and situations that are still, like, very gray.
Yeah.
Which is cool. It's part of why I like the game, I think, but also something that I don't like about it, because you end up spending a lot of time doing that.
Yeah. Yeah, rather than just like, just want to go and play.
Exactly. And the bigger the group, the more side talk conversations happen and digression.
Yeah, it looks as though you got other people joining you.
One other guy did, yeah.
Yeah.
He's big in Warhammer and does commission painting. He was trying to explain why I was having troubles with my airbrush, and I'm like, can I just bring it next time? Because you telling me is no different than me watching a YouTube video, and I'm a hands-on learner. I need somebody to actually teach me my own thing.
Yeah. No, I think I just had Hobby Mojo Magic the other day. Probably know my luck. I'm going to go back to the airbrush and it won't work.
Well, something I think I definitely remembered he taught me, and because I have clogs happening while I'm still using it, is that airbrush thinner decreases dry time. So while it's thinning the paint, it's still speeding up the drying process, which means it's actually drying in my gun, like, as I'm using it. I was like, oh. That's a big thing, and I bet that's what's happening.
Yeah, well, the main big thing Ken found out was letting air through first. So you push it down to let the air through, then start pulling the paint through, and then turn the paint off but leave the air through, so it's still blasting the paint out, so it doesn't actually dry in the needle or the tube or whatever. So you're really actually, you're still flushing it out first.
That's really smart.
And that's really helped.
Okay, I'll have to try that. I'm just to the point where it's so frustrating. I don't want to try it. It's a waste of my time. If I know eventually I'll get better at it, but it's just
I've actually found paints I use helped because obviously I bought those fantasy and game ones because they're pigment heavy, but they're very thin, so they're almost like thick, like contrast paints. So you're lessening your chances. But it's going to get clogged up.
I'm going to try something. There, now you'll see what I'm at least doing. One of these times we'll figure out how we can have both of our desks up too if we want to show people what we're doing.
I don't know. The case of, because it's another camera, isn't it? I mean, I can have you see what I'm doing, but you can't see me. That's what I mean. See how I just added on my desktop, though, because I realized because of the way we're set up, I got plenty of space, except for it's weirdly crooked. Man, we got a quiet chat. Everybody's been super quiet in these streams lately, and which is fine. It's just so different. I'm used to all the chatties. Yeah. Maybe it's a summertime thing. I don't know. It might be because I mean, it's okay if you go away to do. You don't have to hold down. You're just by yourself. Hold down the whole chat. I appreciate it, but that's a lot of pressure. That's a lot of pressure on you. Let's add something to my stories. Red boots or black boots? Decisions. Nattering. What is nattering? Blabbing? I think that means. I still haven't used. I got that contract. I don't know if you were. Maybe I don't remember if you were here during the stream, but I thought that I wasn't sent home with some paint that I bought from the local store. Oh yeah, no, it was. It was what you were streaming with Amy, I think. Totally found them later. Oh no. Oh, Aaron. I felt so stupid. Obviously, I didn't go get the paints, but I was like, because I'm like, no, I'm certain I emptied that bag, and then I even looked for the bag, and I was like, no, I must have recycled it already. No way. All along the bag, it was sitting right there, full of all the Reaper miniatures and the paint still. Like, what? Oops. That tells you how
busy and crowded my little hobby area is that I couldn't even see that. That's so funny. Whoopsies. My bad. So what music? Where did you find that music?
I just typed in YouTube free copyright free music, and it's 1261 Clan. The music's not bad actually. It's a bit sort of dubsteppy, but I quite like it actually.
I was gonna say it's okay sounding. I like it. Plus, like, I don't know, upbeat is kind of nice for painting.
Yeah, I mean, some people's Twitch streams, it's like, and I don't like anything too intrusive, because sometimes it's like, I think their music kind of is a bit too intrusive.
Mhm.
And I struggle to hear them, but it seems.
Yeah, there's a lot of Twitch things also, but I'm not keen on what Twitch has to offer. If that's what you're talking about.
Yeah, they've got their own sounds, haven't they?
Yeah.
So, I finally set up my sound alerts.
Did you?
For like weeks going. I'd had all the web pages and the YouTube video and everything sat on my web pages every time on my Mac. I just kept ignoring them because I was like, no, I don't want to know. I don't know. I finally went, no, just sit down, get on with it. It's fine. They're set up now, but I don't actually know what sound alerts are. I'm sure I'll soon find out when I eventually get back to streaming. But
so you're just kind of taking a break from it, or you're just not into it right now?
Because I got a little bit overwhelmed with about 4 or 5 emails from Twitch after I made affiliate, and then I was kind of like, oh, do this, do that, set this up, and I was like, I got a bit overwhelmed, so it kind of like made me back off. And then obviously work got a bit manic, and then, but no, I will come back at some point.
Yeah, you sound like me.
It's like, I just want to sit and stream and paint. I don't want to have to do technical things.
Tell me about it. Which in some ways is why I miss Instagram, but also not really. I do think this is better, but
yeah, no, this is definitely better.
But yep, a lot more work figuring it out.
I see it's a marathon, not a sprint.
Yeah, that's a good way to look at it.
You'll get there eventually.
Oops. Because it's such a simple model and I'm still missing where stuff is. For fuck's sake. I really need to stop. I keep paint these models, and halfway through I'm like, I'm making you a display base. And then I finish the model and I don't finish the display base, but I want to, like, I don't know, it makes me move on, and then I, like, leave them half done. It's like, maybe not the best plan. I got a bunch of them just sitting around now, half finished. I am excited about making next month's Dare trophy, though. That should be fun.
It'll be fun.
It's nice to have it already just plotted out, so I don't have to stress it. I know what I'm doing.
Very warm tonight.
I gotta figure out how to make fire in the crafting sense.
A match and some sawdust and
burn the trophy.
Fire! Oh, damn, my mini's just now melting.
Minis I spent hours and hours on, yes. For one big show. I think, I don't know. I could use, like, paper, whatever, like tissue paper maybe? I don't know. Yeah, I don't know. It's gonna be. That's the challenge. Wait, how would you? Well, there's not very many people here, so. Oh, hello. Oh, nerds calling nerds, huh? I don't care. There's not many people listening. If they figure out the theme, they do. How would you create air? How would you craft air or wind?
You almost want sort of like something to. You can either do a windswept tree, like sort of trees you see on our, quite open plains, and you can see they're blown in the wind because they're like growing at a weird angle. Or you can have a very flappy banner or something.
I need it to be, okay, how do I explain this? A base cut into 4 sections.
Yeah.
Each one of those models is going to be standing in its own element. So, like, water is super easy.
Yeah.
Earth, super easy. The only thing I could think with air is that I made it almost like in the sky, like maybe some clouds or, like she's, I don't know.
No. Have you looked on YouTube at all? Or
not yet, no.
Pinterest?
Not yet. I guess, yeah, I could do the windswept grass. See, but that would be earth. Let's just say it's 4 elements. So grass is 100% make you think earth right away. Otherwise, that's a good idea. So any plants or anything like that, even the tree is a good idea. But yeah, it would definitely confuse which one it was, I think. Yeah, I know. I might have to. That might be the one thing that makes me adjust.
But you may have to do a little bit of research into that.
Yeah. Or not do them in their elements. Just use like the symbols and stuff. We'll see.
Yeah.
I could just do like they're standing on stone or something and have their elements, the symbols for their elements like carved into the stone and then like colored, painted or whatever, like glowy in there.
Yeah.
No, I am not making an avatar diorama. Right, but also I'm saying I can't use leaves or anything like that because that would be representative of Earth. So anything that has been blown by the wind would be something on the Earth. So that this, yeah. Nope, I'm not making an avatar diorama, but you feel free to for the next month's theme. The 4 elements existed before the show Avatar.
Yes.
And I would be more inclined to make a 5th element diorama.
Yes,
so
5th element.
Yeah, way more inclined. I'm sad that there isn't a better model, or not better, but more in my style model, I guess. They're cool, those 5th element ones, but they're just more cartoony than I like, I guess. I'm sure we will get Avatar stuff, though, which is awesome. I hope people do. Which is funny, because people are going to probably make Avatar things for it, but I kind of always thought that would be a cool... One of our... A theme potential is, when people making their own avatars. And then I realized that so many people are automatically going to think that show. Even though, honestly, when I hear Avatar, I think the movie.
Yeah, same here.
I know, that's because you and
I watched The Last Airbender, but that's all we know it as. We didn't know it as, Avatar.
Just Avatar, yeah. Totally. Well, yeah, you and I like a lot of the same stuff, and yeah, definitely the movie Avatar comes to mind.
Yeah, God knows when the next ones are coming out.
Next year, I think 2022, and then see every 2 years after that, because they're working on them all together, both of them at the same time.
Yeah.
I think 2022. But yes, you're right. It's been so long. I think he should have struck while the iron was hot.
He really should have, because I was so excited for that film.
Me too. I saw it 3 times in the theater.
Well, yeah, because I even went to Birmingham to go and see it at the IMAX theatre.
Yeah.
I was like that mad about wanting to see it.
Me too. I left.
They
I
have
loved
like
it.
the special edition on DVD because it's like got all the 15 minutes extras and.
I know, it's definitely one of my favorite movies. I have a weird thing though. I don't want to. I don't like want to watch it at home because it was so magical in 3D. The experience. It doesn't. It's still good without it, but it's like, but it was so much better that way. It was like the best 3D experience. It was, 3D was still new, and that was like he really nailed it.
Well, yeah, because of the way he did it.
Yeah, it was so good.
And all this, special equipment to do the proper 3D rather than having the crappy red and blue glasses that don't work.
I've read him talking about it, and he's basically his idea is that is new. The way that when that movie came out, it was groundbreaking, and it was like the next level. The plan is for the new ones to be in a similar sense, that they're going to be the next level beyond what we're seeing now.
Yeah.
And I call him the sequel. I mean, he's the sequel king. So I have high hopes that it will be really freaking good. I mean, he made Aliens
I think he
Terminator
built too
2.
big a world to not be good. Because he spent like decades, like, world building basically.
Yeah. Although I watched that movie and then I read a book by Ursula Le Guin, and I was like, wow, that's this story.
Really?
To the T. He definitely took it from Ursula Le Guin, yeah.
Which one's the Ursula Le Guin story?
It's Ursula Le Guin. Yeah, it is. Let me see. It's called Green. I don't know. Instead of blue, they're green. That's like the difference. Like, that's kind of almost the only difference.
Oh, yeah. I didn't know that. I haven't really read much of her stuff.
I think she's more popular here because she's from here.
Okay.
I am actually surprised they never made her series with, what am I trying to say? The Earthsea.
They did Tales of Earthsea. Studio Ghibli did it.
I just mean like on a show or something. They could pull it off. It's so long.
They only did one film of that, and I don't know whether or not they tried to cram too much into it because it was a long film, but it was quite difficult to actually understand what was going on.
Yeah. There's so many famous ones, so. I think it's the word for word is forest. The word for world is forest.
Okay. I'll have to have a look.
1972. So it's really short, quick read, but when you read it, you're like, oh wow. It's not in a bad sense. It's just definitely.
Yeah. It's like because I always remember I read Terry Brooks' first series trilogy of the Shannara series. They didn't have the Sword of Shannara, which was the first book in the library at school when I first started reading them. They only had like the second one, I think. Oh. And then after that, they had other ones that they didn't complete that series. So I bought it. I don't know, probably about 10 years later. Read it. I think I've also sort of read Lord of the Rings. I sat there going, Jesus, this is like.
Yeah.
I'm reading just a copy of Lord of the Rings here.
Yeah.
There's even like the creature in the lagoon and everything. There was like something similar. I was like, hello.
Like, it's one thing to be inspired. It's another thing to just be like, dude.
Yeah. Seriously.
I know for a fact there's gonna be 2 more, but yeah, maybe 3. Maybe you're right.
And yeah, I wouldn't be surprised.
It is smart that he's filming them all sequentially and they're working on them all so that they'll all be, he can't wait longer, like those 4 actors.
Well, no. It's just, otherwise, it's how much longer we gotta Right.
And this is probably kind of morbid and depressing, but sometimes I think, what if I'm not still alive when that, like, I want to see it before I die. Right, like, sequel. Like, man.
No, it's not a good idea to release movies at the moment.
It's not, yeah, 2022 is what I understand is the earliest, so I think we're fine. I don't know. Now I have to Google it, so let's find out. Avatar sequels. December 16th, 2022.
Oh, blimey.
It was supposed to be December 2021, but thanks COVID.
Yeah.
I think Aliens tied with Terminator 2 for me. Both sequels, so that's why I have a good feeling about this.
Yeah, because I think one of them's set underwater, isn't it?
The next one, I think.
Yeah.
Very exciting. Yeah, now I'm curious if you read that book, we'll have to discuss it. It's so short; it's only like 150 pages, so it's definitely like a, those 70s little novella. They're almost novellas in a way. I kind of just like them because they're like to the point, no extra rambling.
Yeah.
I really like that. Yeah, Ursula Le Guin is. I think people don't really like. She's a big deal. First of all, female in a time where in that genre of sci-fi and fantasy it was mostly men writing. And she wrote like The Left Hand of Darkness and stuff. She's a big deal.
Yes, I did read that. It was. I enjoyed it, but it was a bit of a slog. But I did enjoy it.
Yeah, it was, but this one, the one I'm talking about, though, is quite short, quick read. I think I remember I like came home. Well, I don't know, not home, but I was telling my dad about Avatar, and he was like, "That sounds a lot like this book." And then he like dug it out, and he still had it, and so I read it. I was like, "Oh, Jesus, yeah, no kidding." I'm always really, really sloppy with my base coat. I'm trying so hard this time not to be, and it's just not. Especially since I'm painting a red clothes over white skin. It's just gonna be annoying to have to like go back over the red flubs to. Oh well.
It might have been easier if you had done both those ones in black, maybe.
Well, because her skin's white. I mean, I did gray because her skin's white, so it wasn't too hard to cover. And then, yeah. Just, I'm just using contrast paints for the base coat of the red.
Makes sense.
I sure love this. The Flesh Terrors red. So rich.
Yeah.
It's almost like painting with like a thinner blood for the blood god.
Yeah.
I meant to see if Chloe would want to join us. It's been so long. I totally forgot.
I don't know when she's working.
Probably not. Saturday? Doesn't she work Monday through Friday now?
Yeah, that's true.
She got a normal job? Not
Yeah,
normal,
I
but...
know sometimes she has to do, but it depends on what the shift is like.
Gotcha.
I think.
Do you guys know when you're going to Warhammer World?
Yeah, I think so. I'm just turning up. It's what do you want? Wait, no. I shut her in here this morning, Fizzy. Because she has a habit. She'll when in the mornings when I'm going around the house opening the curtains, she follows me around, and I forget she's there. So and obviously because I keep this door shut because I don't want them climbing on anything.
That's like Kira.
Because obviously I realised she'd obviously trapped somewhere because she wasn't down waiting for a breakfast. Oh, Lord of Cats.
Hi.
And when I opened the door, she was out on the windowsill.
Oh, shit.
Yeah, I was like, please come back in. Do you want your breakfast? Wait. No, you're not going back out the window. And I need the window open because I'm roasting.
Kira does that too in this room. I lock her in here all the time. It's like you hear this muffled crying from far away. Like, oh boy, Kira's in here.
Hello.
Hello. Oh, he's so cute. He. It's a he. She. She's so cute.
Come sleep outside in the pool.
Where are you located, Spider?
Very warm.
Oh, okay. So you're just a little less far than I am. Or yeah.
Tucson.
How hot is it in Tucson right now? It's like peak heat there right now. Time of the day, I mean.
Not fun heat. Well, we've gone from like Wednesday when we went to the coast, it was freezing cold. And now it's like melting.
I don't like that. You adapt and you get used to it. It's 93. That's not bad for Tucson, right? I assume. Yeah, you start getting used to it, but the back and forth, you're just like, I can't do this.
No. So the house was lovely and cool.
And then it wasn't. Yeah, I actually got to wear jeans, like long pants, the last couple days. Yes.
Yeah.
81 there. That's nice. 81's nice. I think. For summer, I mean, I prefer like the 70s, but.
Well, yeah, it was comfortable out here yesterday because I actually got to sit in the garden and actually sit on my garden furniture because the only thing is obviously it has been chucking it down with rain most of the time here and the furniture that we bought back in April has kind of been under cover for God knows how long.
I think it's weird we had such an insane record-breaking heat and now it's gone back to like totally like normal. That was just a weird. I'm glad. I think thank goodness, but it's very strange.
Oh yeah. Well, I mean, it's like apparently Germany at the moment are all suffering horrific floods.
What? Okay. That's random.
Climate change, but
yep.
Our governments keep denying it's happening.
Yeah. Yeah, I wonder, like, at least here in the States, like, I don't know that it would have made a huge difference, but if Al Gore had been elected, somebody whose, like, big mission in life is to fight climate change.
Yeah.
Like, would that have made a difference? Probably. It would have
I'd
been
like
his
to think so.
main agenda. I'm not saying one way or the other if he'd been a good president, but I would have been curious to see what that timeline, the difference in that timeline would have been.
Yeah. Exactly.
I look like I have blood all over me. Maybe I do.
You have had blood over you before, so.
Yes, it wouldn't be that odd. Wouldn't be. Okay. Well, regardless if that's true or not, he still would have made it. It would have been a talked about thing that the government was dealing with more if he had been president. Again, I'm not saying for better or for worse, but
At least you're back into the Paris Agreement.
yes. Very good.
The most stupid thing.
It's like just to be ornery. I feel like those kind of decisions. I don't. Let's not talk politics.
No.
Which I wasn't trying to. I'm just saying I'm not in politics. Just as far as like a bigger voice to issues tends to get them more attention. Is all I was.
I know
saying.
what you mean.
Oh, very upbeat music happening.
Sorry?
Very upbeat music.
Yes. Should I do them brown? I think so.
So this, I was raving about this black paint for like airbrush paint. The
Is that the Vallejo one?
yeah, the whatever mecha color. It's weird. It has a very, I don't understand it. It separates really easily, and it gets like a weird blue hint to the top of it. And
that's probably just the main color it's been mixed with, but
yeah, and I also think it almost has like the hue reminds, or kind of reminds me of what matte medium looks like when it's not mixed up.
Oh, okay.
So I'm thinking that might be why it flows so damn well, is it's already has something like that in it.
Yeah.
Because it's like, yeah, it's really nice to paint with. But it's a little annoying that it separates so easily.
Yeah. Really wanted doing it that quickly.
Yeah, I just poured it out. Okay. Oh, that was another big tip I received last night was about airbrushing is pre-mixing in like cups or bottles or whatever. Just definitely pre-mixing your paint.
Oh, okay.
Rather than,
idea,
which is funny because like all the YouTube tutorials I watch from like main dudes were just had you mixing it in the thing.
Yeah, that's the one way I do is just mix it in the cup for the
yeah, that's all I've been doing too. But him and Damien Zari Art We're both saying
Yeah.
that. I don't know. Yeah, I do too, but I'm having issues, and this guy's kind of a... He fucking knows what he's talking about.
I think our hour's up. On to the next one.
He also has like a weird... So he does like 50-50 one thing, and then mixes that with 50-50 with another thing. It's like, okay.
Okay.
And one of it was like, whatever, I don't know the word for that, but like something to slow the drying time down.
Oh, okay.
So it doesn't clog as easy.
Retarder medium, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't like. I did get some Vallejo retarder medium, but it's like gel. It's just makes
Weird.
the paint go weird and horrible.
I think that's why, yeah, he was mixing it with something else. Like that was one of the 25% ones, I guess. But I'm having issues with both. I'm not good with painting yet. I'm in the horrible stage of I don't want to use this.
Yeah.
And if one more person tells me I need to thin my paint more, I'm gonna scream. It's like fucking water. It's the consistency of water, as in it's like barely even making. You can barely even see what I'm painting. Like it's so fucking thin. I do. Yeah. I do. Again, I don't think any of those things are gonna help me. I need somebody to actually like sit down with me in my actual airbrush. Because there are a gazillion scenarios that it could be. Like.
Yep.
I wish it was an easy fix so somebody could just tell me, but I don't think so. It's definitely not as hard. It's definitely not as easy as I thought it was going to be. I didn't think it was going to be easy, but I didn't think it was going to be this hard.
No, as I said, it is an entire new skill set to learn, isn't it?
Yeah.
And it's, completely different to a paintbrush.
Completely. Yeah, it's a whole other game. It's like there's so many things about this hobby that I would like to try, but I'm still learning. I'm still learning acrylics, but
yeah,
like I'd like to start using oils too. But it's like that's a whole other thing.
Yeah.
I mean, that's where your real blending comes in. True quality wet blending. But I don't even know what my brush's branded is. It's not a great one, but it should be enough. It had good reviews. For a starter, it shouldn't be the issue.
Well, yeah, I mean, I haven't even
I'd tell you, but it's outside, so that's not in here.
proper compressor. I've got a little black box. You push a button on.
Yeah.
And it seems to do okay.
Yeah, I think that's kind of what I did. I got one that had a higher, like the compressor was well reviewed,
Yeah.
and it came with 2 different brushes. So a gravity feed one also, or I mean the other way, well, the gravity feed, and then also it's a master series. What am I trying to say? You know, the one with the jar.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's usually either at the top or the bottom, isn't it? So.
No, there was like 50,000 reviews on Amazon, so I'm good with it. I trust that they were legit. It's when there's like 2 reviews on Amazon that you should never buy something.
Yeah.
Because they definitely paid somebody to say that. Or made an account to say that. It's just a starter. I was not going to go buy. Everyone's telling me all these really fancy brands and I thought, I'm not, no. Because look, here I am like 6 months later and I barely use it. So that's why I didn't buy an expensive one.
No, exactly.
Yeah. Yeah. It sucks because I want to paint that big dragon. But I know that that'll be the superior way to paint it if I can figure it out. So.
It will definitely help you get your base colours down.
Well, and I want to do some major OSL on it too. So. Yep, that's one of the brands that the many people who use airbrushes told me that it's too much money.
Eye water. Why? Look, shut off, cat. Is it an eye water? Yeah. Yeah, there's an eye water. There.
But I'm not shopping for a gun now. I need to learn how to use the one I have. And even if it's a piece of shit, I should still be able to do more than I am able to do with it. So. It's not. That's not my issue. It's that it fucking clogs and I have just all sorts of issues that I don't want. I don't want to sit there and fuck with it and keep cleaning it to keep trying. I lose interest in it. I'd rather just come paint with my brush. So I need to learn what I'm doing wrong is making it clog so easy. So then I can learn to paint with it. You know?
Yeah.
And I luckily have some major airbrush pros in my D&D group, so I am taking it to them in 2 weeks when we play again. So see if they can't sort what I'm fucking doing wrong. From what maybe is wrong. Maybe, for all I know, I have a bent needle and I can't tell. Like, I don't know.
Yeah. Or there's tiny little bit of dried paint in there somewhere that you haven't been able to flush out.
Yeah, it could be, yeah. So that's why I just need somebody who knows more what they're looking at to help me, I think. And I'm not ashamed to say it, because like I said, I learn differently than other people. There's different learning types, and I'm hands-on. It definitely showed in school where I excelled and didn't. Hands-on learner isn't like you need to be showing me and doing. did not. No, that's what I'm saying. People can walk me through stuff. I can watch a bazillion, like, videos. I need somebody here, like, literally with me watching what I'm doing and, like, touching it and stuff. Like, I just know that's what I need, because I've done all the other things. A million people have, like, gone through all the things about it. It's like, I just need help. Maybe I'm stupid. I don't know. Like, but that's what I need.
Not
So
stupid. It's just how you learn. So and you know you're aware of that. So that's quite important.
I wish people could just walk me through it. I appreciate the offer. It's not helped. So I did not see what you did on your thing, but I'm looking. How do you even find stuff on Facebook anymore? I never use Facebook. Ooh. Are you talking about the space thing? Is that for the dare? Because it looks amazing. Well, it's a freaking amazing start. Can you tell me what mini? Are you going to put a mini in there, or is it just going to be a diorama? Or not just, but. And if you are, what is the mini? He's making an above thing, Lisa.
Ooh, sounds exciting.
We have way more entries for the below, so it's going to be pretty easy to win the above at this point. So if you're just hashtagging whips, do above or below dare. When you go to actually post your entry, then you will tag it above dare entry. If you forget that, it says in the rules of the post too. Or likewise, if you're doing a below dare entry. Yeah, and back to the learning the airbrush. I can watch these videos on YouTube or whatever, and like it makes sense. I'm not like so dumb. I'm not following along with what they're saying. It's just when I actually like practical like application, it's not it's not translating for me.
Mm-hmm.
You want it to be a surprise? Okay, we like surprises. I do. I shouldn't speak for the other judges, but whatever. I'm sure they do. It's cool to see. I don't know, I like whips too, though, very much. Of dare projects, I mean.
A lot of adverts on this one. Well, for what? We've been going for about, 2 hours?
Almost. Hour and a half.
Yeah. And I had 2 hours before that where I was painting this mini, and I'm quite happy with her, and I think she's done. So
yeah?
Heck. nearly 4 hours work. I've got to do a base, but
Dang. That sounds satisfying. I haven't even done her base coat, this chick's base coat yet. And I've been working pretty steady too. I'm a slow freaking painter, and a lot of it is just constantly having to do cleanup. Because I'm so messy, and I try so hard not to be.
Yeah, it depends. Sometimes I can be very tidy, but other times I'm with her, I've been very tidy, but other times I'm kind of like, oh, I keep making a mess.
Yeah, you like bounce back and forth between colors, back and forth, back and forth. You clean up one color, and then you get it on the other color, and then which is where I'm at right now. And it's black and white that I'm doing it with, which is pretty awesome. Sometimes though, if I know I'm going to use a wash, that hides a lot of those tiny, because it falls in those recesses where you've sort of overpainted. So
yeah.
And I do use washes on this because it's how I get the effect that I get like for my vampire skin.
Mm.
Ghost gray. It's like I think you probably have it. It's almost white. It's so light. But then a black wash over that, and it's like very, white skin. But it's kind of like a hint of blue gray.
Yeah.
Oh, you want me to check if you did your hashtag right? And if you tag me in it too, it helps me see them. Even if you don't have to put you can just like tag the photo. Does that make sense? Myself or the Dare. It could be the Dare page too.
Yeah, it's just helpful, isn't it?
Yes, very helpful.
Otherwise, we risk missing stuff.
They fall through the cracks.
Don't want to do.
Well, also, like if you, like your notifications on Instagram where it says, "Oh, such and such liked your comment and blah blah," like it only keeps so much. If somebody like follows me,
right? It keeps 100.
Yeah, and if it's like I miss a lot of people following or something because they get pushed away like while you're in bed sleeping or something. It kind of sucks. It's like, oh.
Yeah, especially if you have someone who decides to start liking everything on your page, it's kind of like
it pushes everything. Yeah. Yes, thank you for the likes, but now I have no idea what's happening. I don't know if my reels are turning people off or there's something different about them that they're not. They went from getting seen a lot to like barely being seen.
Okay.
I realize every time I make something though with a song that it could be really annoying people. So this is part of the territory. If it's not their kind of music, which is fine by me.
I stuck the Magic Roundabout theme onto one of mine.
I know, that was amazing.
You can't get much more annoying than that.
No, but it was funny. It was too perfect. I put a stupid amount of thought into the music that I pick.
I think it depends on the mini.
If I'm gonna bother making a reel, it's gotta be for me. Like, otherwise, I just won't even make one unless I have like a great song for it.
Yeah.
The last one I had to like almost had to roll the dice because I had so many different choices. I was like, the song really changes the aesthetic, the vibe.
Yeah, definitely.
Am I checking your... Oh, I forgot what I was doing. Sorry, I get distracted. Lord of Cats. Is it the Cthulhu? No.
Wow, we are full of adverts to this one. Right.
Fine.
Sorry, what were you saying, Erin? Were you looking at someone's?
Oh yeah, I was looking at Lord of Cats, seeing if he had posted it or if you mean later. I can't tell what you're asking me. Am I supposed to check it now, or are you talking about when you post it? I shouldn't sit on my feet. It always ends one way, and that's with my foot asleep. Check on my resin. It's milky.
Doesn't I think it stays like that for 24 hours, doesn't it, or something?
Oh, okay. Calm down, Erin. Calm
It
down.
will go clear.
It's milky. It's so thin, though. I guess I thought this dried faster, maybe, but I guess not. It's this stuff that Luke suggested.
Mm. Yeah, I've got a lot of Vallejo.
Stillwater, the actual
Nigo, I don't know what it's called.
Yeah, that was not a cool package to be damaged.
Is that what got damaged?
Yeah, I mean, well, I don't know what happened, but because I think I added to this. How do I say this? Sometimes I add things to my cart, and then I don't buy it, and then I go back later, and I completely had forgotten that I'd already done that, and I added it to my cart. So when I bought it, I wasn't really paying attention, and I bought two. Because Amazon's so easy to just be like, buy it now, and you don't really like look. Anyways, I thought, well, okay, well, that's fine. Like, it is what it is. I can do more water shit. But anyway, so yeah, but they came packaged separately for whatever friggin' reason, and one was really leaky, like all over the place. I'm like, oh great, yeah. It's just of all the things. It's like, why would you put a bottle of liquid in a bag? Like, it was in the Amazon bags, not a box. Like,
I don't know.
Yeah,
it's packaging is questionable at times.
Yeah, it's okay. They refunded it. That's the one thing I do like about. I feel bad ordering from Amazon, but sometimes I don't, because you tell them that happens and they just refund it without question.
Yeah. I think sometimes it's just I can't get it anywhere else, or we'll get it off of Amazon. Because sometimes, you look and it's just like, there's just no other practical way of getting it.
That's exactly what it is. I prefer to order from smaller game stores online, or just buy them on my, local places, but I didn't have as easy a time finding the AK interactive stuff in other places.
I think that hurts. YouTube. No, I'm not paying for.
I've heard. So annoying. I'm so excited about my custom dice, though.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my goodness. I actually think it's funny I've never had them. Plus, it's really cool to support people in our community making dice.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
And she's so lovely. I don't know if any people in the chat. Red Fox in the Box. She paints minis, but she's more recently started making dice, and she's such a lovely person and is very talented. So she sponsored the Dare before, and I just kind of, I don't know, I feel weird buying my own set of dice. It's like, you know what? I actually haven't been a dice goblin in the last year, so if I'm not buying a bunch of cheap sets, I can buy myself a nice set. I was so horrified by the price of that other company that made the D20. Did I tell you about that? How much they were going to charge me? Oh my god. Because I was like, they made that D20 for my giveaway, and I was like, I'd like to do a whole set like that, and they were fucking expensive. I was like, okay, nope. You're more than, no. Mm-mm. I'd rather spend that much on supporting one person's business. So. They're gonna be, but they are gonna be basically like dark elf girl aesthetic, I guess.
Yeah.
Should be fun.
Good.
Do you know when does Australia go back to their other time? Do you know?
It will be end of October.
Oh, when? Okay. I'm hoping to, as soon as I just figure out when I'm coming, to make like a, I don't know, some kind of post with like an event, to get as many people who can come to the Warhammer World to get their time off or whatever.
Yeah.
Is that something you could do for a weekend, in theory?
Yeah.
You know, maybe Lisa, worst case scenario, I don't know how you feel about this, but even if I do come, let's say if I came back with you and you still had to work, I could do my own thing during the day. I could go on outings or whatever if you have to. I don't know, just an odd thought.
Well, yeah. I mean, you have. Yeah. I mean, so I was planning on you staying with me for a bit anyway.
I know.
And you've got a train line on your doorstep.
Awesome.
So, if you wanted to go and take yourself off, I mean, like, bloody adverts.
They being just crazy. I haven't traveled out of my country in almost 9 years. It sounds so weird to say. The time flies.
And yeah, I mean, I finish work at 4:00 anyway.
Oh, that's not bad.
So, but anyway, hopefully
We got options. We got.
try and get some time off.
Yeah. We might have to do a massive, like a group call to figure out a few of these things with like Amy and stuff.
Yeah, I think you do definitely need to plan your trip.
Oh God, yeah. Yeah.
Just turn up. Hi, I'm at the airport. Can you come and pick me up?
Yeah, right. Well, I know Amy's gonna try. She can take 2 weeks off, in theory, and then move work because she works long shifts, but only a few days a week. So it can be like at one end of the week or the other without you. I always like that about work too. Yeah, you like take your days off so that it's a longer chunk off if depending on where you place them. But still had in my brain that we'll do the Warhammer World thing, and then I go back with you maybe while she has to go back to work, something like that. I don't know.
Yeah.
But yeah, definitely letting everyone know so they can. Well, I don't know if maybe you were during the stream, but Scarborough Alan was talking about for his birthday doing that also, so that could be another level of what's happening at Warhammer World.
Mm-hmm.
His birthday's the last weekend in September, so we'll see.
Okay.
But yes, I want anybody and everybody to come meet each other and have fun. It's not just about me.
Mm.
I spoke too soon. As I'm painting, I'm finding more support marks. Whoops.
Yeah, I found a couple I've missed earlier on, but I think I can't be asked. You can't see them at first glance.
These are on her whip, so like a super smooth surface, and then there's like this obvious like bump. I guess I'll fix it. I might be regretting my red choice. I spent all this time painting red and I don't know that I like it. Awesome! Sweet. Well, I'm thinking about all the other vampire. So there's this, it's my vampire gang, and they're almost all red and black. One's purple and one's blue. So I'm like, maybe I should be doing another one in purple or blue. Fuck. Well,
it'll be easier to change it to purple from red.
This is true. This is very true. She's so cool. She has like, I don't even know if you guys can see that, how well the camera's working, but raised tattoos on her skin.
Oh, okay, so kind of like,
tribal style, like
tribal markings,
they're really cool, like all over, on her face, on her thighs, on her tummy. They almost look like print marks. Support marks, I mean, but they're not.
Cool. Finished her cameras.
I wish this camera wasn't so blurry up close. Yeah, it never focuses. Stupid. What am I looking at? Voodoo. I'm gonna give her a darker flesh tone, I think. And I was like, which one would be nice? I'm like, this might be nice, and I pick it up, and the name is Dark Flesh Tone. Like, oh, yeah, that's probably a good one. But they, like, often do the, like, skull face paint.
Yeah.
But she's wearing a mask that I can do that with.
Okay.
So it's kind of cool. This is really, really detailed. There's even, like, she's like feathers coming off of her, out of her hair with like a little tiny skull like clip. There's so much amazingness to it.
It's nice when you find a mini that you start, getting nice and excited about. Oh, I want to paint those little bits and those little bits. And...
Oh, whoops. Yeah, before I move on though. Yeah, I got so excited that I forgot that I poured paint for this vampire. For her hair. Whoops.
Your poor vampire, she's been forgotten.
Yep. Neglected already.
She'll have to go and sulk with the rest of the whips on you.
Oh, no, I know. It's so bad. So bad. I've kind of gotten a place, though, sometimes, like, it's that you just want to start something new, but other times, like, I think you realize you're not into a mini after a while. You're like, I just don't actually like you. At first glance, you seemed cool, but...
now you're just boring.
It's like you go on a date and then you just don't really want a second date. Like they seemed cute on their profile and then they show up and you're like, you're okay. I guess I'll give it a go. That's exactly like painting minis now that I think about it. I'm in that state right now. Dating, so I'll start thinking of it that way. Like on a scale of 1 to 10, how much do I want to paint this guy? How many hours do I want to spend?
Yeah, I've started kind of like, unless I've got it painted in my head already, when I look at it, I won't buy it.
Oh, that's interesting. I should probably start doing that. Andy, Dragon Painter, 468. He messaged and he says, "You have Abaddon, right?" And I was like, "Yeah." He's like, "Well, I just ordered him. Do you want to paint him on stream?" And I was like, "Well, first of all, that's like 4+ streams worth."
Yeah.
He's a big boy with lots of detail, and also I've sat on him for a year because I don't know what I would paint him.
Yeah.
I'm not inspired by him. He's a cool model if you like Space Marines. He's very, very cool model, but it's so busy. You have to, yeah. Well, he's insanely busy too. Like, so you need to know what you're doing when you start. Like, otherwise, I feel like those kind of models definitely need a plan going in. And yeah, that's the other thing. The other Space Marines that I paint is because I make them not Space Marines in the end. Like,
yeah, exactly.
That's why I find them entertaining. Speaking of, I need to paint my next Space Marine. Wrestler, I mean. Space Marine. I do find it fun to paint sort of, lighthearted, sort of silly projects. Is kind of a nice change of pace.
Yeah, they definitely help.
Many times the colors don't reveal themselves. That's what I'm saying. He's been literally sitting out for a year and nothing. And Lisa and I, which I got the idea from her, get a lot of times color scheme inspirations from Pinterest, so that often will help me.
Yeah.
Like
sometimes it just helps sort of like flicking through pictures on there. You kind of like, I like that colour scheme. It's like, I need to paint a model with that scheme.
Yes, exactly. It's like, well, I like those. How can I work those 4 or 5 colors into this model? And I've been pretty happy with the results whenever I've done that, so something to it, for sure.
Oh, yeah. My little birthday present you gave me.
Absolutely. That's why, not only, it was like an artisan guild with lots of flesh, but also the whole, the Pinterest thing. Because you're the one who taught me to do that, or gave me the idea to do that anyways. And she was 2 complementary color schemes. They were just like, these were meant for each other, these 2. And well, hey, T.
Oh, I've got a bit of delay on mine. It's because your chat
is faster, than.
Yeah.
How are you today, Tom? He was reminding me that he lives near you, Lisa, so that if I come stay with you, I will visit.
Well,
meet him.
Near-ish. Huntingdon area? I can't remember. It's still sort of like an hour and a half away, but
I still think it's fun. I know I started chuckling more about what you guys consider far. So I had a date that I met somebody on the other side of town during traffic. The drive there was 50 minutes, and that's just to go to a bar, which is not ideal, but it's pretty normal that we travel that far or that long. But that's almost all just shitty traffic, because if I did that drive in the middle of the night, it would have been maybe like 20 minutes. So.
Yeah, probably. Sorry, I don't hear some kind of noise. It's my bloody cat.
You're alright. Are you kind of over painting?
Well, she's done, so I was just going to send you a little sneak peek.
Yes, please do. I think I'm good with a short stream today. I got other shopping to do.
Yeah, no, I'm very warm.
Yeah, if you're just hot sitting there, it's not very inviting to keep sitting there. Oh, wow. Yes, I do recognize that model. She's beautiful.
Yeah, she's alright.
The grain's nice. Really nice. I mean, it's all nice, but...
Yeah. I said for a few hours, it's not bad.
No. That would take me... Yeah, that's like... Almost to the top. That's like the top of my ability, which would take me like 10 hours. It's nice though. The better you get, like it's part of getting better to me is being faster, like getting to like certain levels quicker.
Yeah, definitely.
Which is nice.
Yeah, because there's no way I could have done that 2 years ago. What are you up to, Missy Momo? Hey, what are you doing? You're being a pain. You're being a pain in the butt. No, I think the older one's got a cold because he had a sneezing fit the other earlier on, and then another one, and then another one.
Poor guy. I think, they get allergies too.
Yeah, well, that's what we're wondering it might be, because he has a tendency, it's not a horse paddock, it's just like a fenced off area at the top of our road. But it's all long grass at the moment and wildflowers and everything, and I think he lays in there a lot because he comes back and you're picking like grass seed out of him, and it's like those little fuzzy little round ball sticky things.
Oh my god, they're so annoying on your socks. Oh god.
But he's always covered in everything. And he's full of pollen, and it's like, my cat is a pollinator.
Oh yeah, that's lovely. Actually,
I'll get my little bee outfit.
I was just gonna say, oh my god, do it. Cats in outfits are so cute. The ones that can tolerate it, like, I don't think, don't force your cats to wear clothes, but if they're cool with it, oh my god, it's cute. My little Chewy and all his sweaters.
That's why I have a picture of him on my phone with his Christmas hat on.
Yes. I used to I got hats for every holiday for my old set of cats, I guess. Like, I even have like St. Patrick's Day hats and like all of them. They just always like look at you so which makes the pictures funnier. Yeah. Makes it even better. Bella was always like, like every picture is her like mouth open, like horrified. It's like, sorry, Belly. But to be fair, they only wear them for a few minutes, so they can deal. Okay.
Yeah.
For my photo op.
He will wear it, even though it'll end up under his chin. But I tried it on the kittens this year, and they weren't impressed. But it was a bit too big for them. So
I get like them not liking hats because they're very like hearing, but little shirts, little sweaters. Chewy loved it. I honestly think he felt fancy. His demeanor would change when he would have like a fluffy collar on or a shirt or something. Yeah. It was like, it's like he knew it was like
the one thing the cats will tolerate for it was one of my scrunchies. It looks like they got a little
yes. Oh my god, yeah. I used to do that with my cats when I was a kid. My mom thought it was like I gave one to my cat. It was almost like the pattern was almost like a clown collar on her. And they loved it. Yeah.
Poor animals.
Heck, yeah, but if they like it, man. That's what I'm saying. They like it because it's fancy. They make them feel cool. My mom loves me. She gives me fancy collars. And so all the sweaters I would put on Chewy were actually like dog sweaters that I would find at like the thrift store or whatever. Like,
They don't actually do a lot for cats, do they?
well, because I think most cats don't.
No, tolerate them much.
Mm-mm.
And I think, obviously, you know, some dogs get cold, so whereas
Yeah.
most cats, they do get cold.
Yeah, that's why I put him on him. Actually, is originally an old cat. Like they get thin, you know, thinner and
but-
colder.
Yeah, people tend to think not, but they do get cold.
Well, they're not. Yeah, I mean, they're not.
Their fur coats are warm, but sometimes, you know, in the middle of winter, they're not that warm.
No, but I do feel for them in the summer. Ugh. Imagine yourself in a fur coat right now. Ugh.
No, thank you.
You know it's hot when your cat pants.
Yeah, the ginger one has a tendency to do quite a lot, but that's because he's running around like a nutter half the time.
That's why I stopped the laser pointer, because Bella would play until she was, panting and, like, dying. And then you put it away and she'd still be so neurotic, like, anything that sounded like it, it was just like, alright, you're being a weird. This is too much, so.
Yeah, no, whereas Fizzy doesn't do it. It's only him that does it. He gets, you know, so excited and running around like he's obviously just knackering himself out, but she doesn't really do that. I just think it might be a boy thing.
Just personalities, too. They're so different and unique, which is part of why they're so special, I think.
Yeah. Because, I mean, she's ever so cute. She likes sleeping on the bed, but he's not that bothered. But whenever you come in there, she just suddenly starts rolling around, being all cute and sort of like wanting to be fussed. And
I love that.
It's like, and then she'll just roll off the bed.
It's like Kira's like weird dismounts she does off the, the ottoman. She's just like, she stretches to see me and then just like weirdly like liquid melts off of the. It's so fucking strange. I've never seen a cat do anything like that. It's like slow motion too. She like prolongs it on purpose. I think she likes it. Fucking weird. Fucking weird. Alright, I guess we're doing a short stream today, yeah? I'm good with that.
Yeah. I'm warm. I kind of want to go. Well, I'm going to start yawning at you otherwise.
I did only sleep 4 hours last night, so it's probably part of why I'm.
That's not enough.
No. Nap time! Well, later.
Yes, I think you need a nap.
Thank you for streaming with me.
That's alright. Thank you for having me. Alright.
I'll be back Wednesday, people, folks. One of these days I might do another mental health stream. I don't know.
Well, do it when you're ready.
I'm fine with it. I just don't know that there's a major interest in them anymore. It felt like there was at the time, but yeah, you never know. Either way.
Yeah.
Yes, thanks for hanging out, guys. Those of you in the chat.
Thank you.
Hope you all have a good rest of your day.